Okay, so this is sort of part two of body paragraphs. It's entitled Improving Body Paragraphs, Removing Pronouns and Adding Nominalization. Our learning intention is for you to create a good body paragraph by using a really strong head or topic sentence. And the success criteria is you'll have analysed or rewritten or created from scratch your own body paragraph on a topic of your choosing. Alright, so the key to a body paragraph is to build a really strong topic sentence. In language analysis, the way you do that is you talk about the arguments, the techniques, and the tone within the paragraph. And the idea is basically you're going to cover off all of the things you're going to talk about within the body paragraph, and then that sets you up and removes a whole lot of words that you don't really need to put in your body paragraph. For argument, we've got Sue O'Brien argues that banks have been the side of gross misconduct, comma. In a shock tone, so we've covered tone and argument and then our technique. She supports this with anecdotal evidence, appeals to hip pocket nerve and cliches. So that's enclosed everything we intend to contain within our paragraph, and anything else we make up is sort of bonus from there. But any references to these techniques, to the tone or to her arguments can remove her from the piece, because obviously we've established who she is, what her tone was, and what techniques she's used. So we can be a lot more specific within our actual paragraph in referring to those. So this is just a visual way of seeing that. So we've got who wrote it, the tone, the techniques, and everything that's going to be covered. We don't need to consistently repeat things. And this will make it a lot easier to nominalize effectively and also to maintain the passive voice beyond that topic sentence. As an alternative, you can go active, passive, passive, but that's typically inferior to an active topic sentence and the remainder being largely passive. So this is the original paragraph. The pronouns highlighted are, apart from those used in the topic sentence, we're going to try and remove, and the verbs highlighted we're going to try to nominalize, so to turn them from their verb form, same word, or in some cases slightly different word, same derivation, but same word, we're just going to add a suffix which is an ending to the word. Okay, so this is my example. The sections with the dots and the colors are the original, and what we've done is we've removed the pronouns and we've attempted passive voice and attempted nominalization. So for the first sentence I wrote Sue O'Brien, that's our topic sentence, ignore that, sorry. For my first sentence, the anecdote of a tailor who earned $480,000 in fees creates a positioning of the middle class members of the audience and imparts a feeling of indignation and injustice. So you can see, jump straight in, no pronouns really needed, and we're going straight to the effects straight away. Then, shifting towards a broader outlook and large-scale statistics are referenced as $50 million of NAB home loans. Then lastly, the appeal to hip pocket nerves, that should be nerve, intends to elicit a sense of enormity of the sheer amount of money beyond their reach and links the small-scale anecdote to an impressive statistics mirroring the shift in argument. So you can see we're jumping straight into the technique in that last one, and it just makes it a lot speedier and means that we're spending more time actually talking about the thing we're analysing, explaining what it does, how it intends, the audience, possible effects, rather than just restating her name and restating what she's done. Typically the habit students fall into for language analysis is you would say something like, looking at the quote, Sue O'Brien uses an anecdote when she says a tailor who earned $480,000 in fees tells us that the fees are high and that people are making money. So you've said the quote and then you've rephrased it in a really long run-on sentence rather than just simply saying, this is an anecdote, here's what it does. That's what you kind of want to be doing. So one way of thinking of it is you look at the what. So what is it? It's an anecdote. Give an example and then look at why and the effect. So this is our side-by-side comparison. You can see the word count's actually quite similar, but in my mind anyway, the one on the right is far more sophisticated. It's heading more towards a university level, whereas the left-hand side, it just reads a lot more high school, a lot more year 9, year 10, that sort of thing, because we have a lot of clunky simple words, like there's no simpler word than shift for that concept. There's no simpler word than feel for feel. It's like as simple as they can get. If you think of language as a scale from complex at one end and simple on the other, feel, that's right on the easy side. Imparts maybe would be a better response, or intends to, inflicts. There's a million different words for you to work on and improve upon. But even just highlighting the actual verbs of your paragraph, it might point out to you, okay, well, I'm reusing this word a lot. Like, I say, my favorite recently has been opine. So like, I would highlight that and be like, okay, you keep using that over and over again, and think of different words that you can use to replace those.